Coaches, what's going on? It's Coach Ian Tatum here, back with another video. And today, we're going to talk about a topic that I think is really good. Over the last couple of weeks, I had multiple conversations with 3 defensive coordinators from the high school level and 1 from the college level. And kind of just picking their brains, kind of saying, hey, what gives you fits? What keeps you up at night, gives you nightmares, type of things that offensive coordinators or just offensive guys in general can do in a game, kind of keep you up. And they're like, multiple different things came up over the course of the conversations, but the thing that I can kind of correlate between all of them are 2 specific things. One is empty, being able to spread out the defense that much with 5 guys out wide really gives them fits and quarterback run. So I was able to put together some things for you guys here, 4 plays. We're going to be talking about quarterback run and empty, and we're going to talk about both of them, right? Because you can do 2 things that the defensive coordinators hate, which is empty and quarterback run. I think you're doing, really good things. So shout out to those guys for giving me kind of this topic to talk about. And without further ado, let's get into it right here. Okay, so first up, everybody can kind of figure out, hey, Tatum, offensive line coach, you can come out running the ball, of course. So today, right here, we have an empty. We have an H-back with empty. So if you want to call it an empty backfield, it really is because nobody's next to the quarterback. But we do have an H-back that's technically in the B gap. It's a sniffer type player. And it's just quarterback power, right? Big gap scheme guy. Y'all know that. So I'm going to try and find a way to run power whenever I can. And since empty gives defensive coordinators fit, I'm going to run Q power. But I have the advantage on the outside a little bit. So I want to keep them honest, and I'm going to have some RPOs on the outside. So a little bit of a pre-snap on the backside. You got your bubble, right? You're going to play leverage. The Sam's tucked in the box a little more. Throw it out there. Let your athlete be an athlete. Also, to the offense's right here, I do have just play concept, 2-man concept, just fade out right here. If you have leverage or you like the matchup, hey, throw the fade out, see what you can get. But you have 6 versus 6 in the box, plus 1 with the quarterback. So you should be quarterback on safety every time. If the safety wants to fill down into that B gap, great. Well, I'll take my quarterback over a safety when you have a runner. Now, if you don't have a runner, I mean, maybe you shouldn't be trying to run the quarterback anyway. But we're going to imagine that we have a good running quarterback if we're trying to do Q power out of empty. So that's the first one right there. I mean, I'm not going to bore anybody. Y'all know gap down backer. We're going to pull for the first wrong color jersey in the hole. H back's going to do that J block and kick this defensive end edge player. And then quarterback literally, hey, you don't like it, take off and go. So the bubble will be pre-snap, and then the fade out obviously is post-snap. Understand you have linemen going down the field, so you don't have forever. So what I would tell the quarterback here is play this outside linebacker. Outside linebacker attacks, throw it out. If he drops back at all, cool. I'm running power. That's what I want to do. So get your foot in the ground, follow your puller, and get north, right? Run over a safety for a touchdown. All right, next play right here, we're going to get into a little bit of passing game. It's empty, so, of course, you're going to want to, spread out guys and want to pass it right here. So all this is just 4 verts. But you're adding a little drag, a little shallow with your running back. You put this guy on bubbles and shoot routes all the time, run across the middle. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Beat him with speed, right? So up front, we just have half slide protection. We know based off of this, they have 5 in the box that the mic is be hot. The mic attacks A gap. You're going to get the ball out, right? He might end up taking a half roll, try to get the mic out of his face, but he's looking for the T coming on the drag if he gets a hot, right? Otherwise, you're running 4 verts. And so, really, you're working, I would call this too high, right? So you're trying to split the safeties right here. So if the free safety drops back to the middle of the field, he comes down, great. Then you're going to attack the seam. If he stays wide, he's placed back, then you want to hit the splitting 4 verts right there. And, of course, you always have your matchups on the outside. And I didn't draw the dropouts on the outside receivers, but you just as easily put the dropouts, right, versus leverage on the corner. If it's like cover 4 and they're bailing out of there, okay, drop out, get what you can, right? So we're playing off of the safety rotation, something like that for 4 verts. Y'all know how to do that. And then obviously you can run it if you don't like it. But again, we're trying to beat the wheel with speed, and if the mic goes with him, then there's literally 2 guys running with the T, take off and run, right? Or make a throw. So that's the second right there. It's just an empty 4 verts with a T drag. Really, really good because you got a lot of guys going down the field, right? But the next one, I think, is also really good. Let's get into the next play. All right, right here. So right here, we're going to be motioning into empty. I want to put these on there because, again, talking to these coordinators, they're like, hey, you can line up in a one backfield set and then motion to empty. Now they have to make checks. They got to make calls. They got to communicate. And anytime you can get the defense to communicate, you can cause confusion through your motion, right? So hopefully that's what we're hoping to do. So right here, again, fade out. You can call this to our left right here. And then we're going to motion out to just a trips to the right. We're going to run a skinny post right down the middle of the field. We're going to run a stalk slant. So I would run this, especially if you run like a lot of like bubbles or you motion your T out to the slot and you're throwing the ball. Stalk this guy if he tries to play underneath and run the slant. If he runs with it, now you got somebody over this up the sideline. If this wheel is responsible for the T, maybe man. Really good man beater right here. The Y is trying to beat the safety over the top. If he does, great. You can get to him. If you know he can, he's a better athlete. If not, cool. Work the other ones. So if it's man coverage, you probably want to work the slant. You want to work wheel of slant because the corner jumps there and he's having to run with him because this is straight up motion to here. We're snapping it when he gets here and we're going up the sideline, throw it there. And again, if he goes over top, he's going to have to either go here. He's got to wall that. And I like my receiver beating an inside linebacker over the top all day. If they go here, then you have this backside shot. That's the way I would teach it right there. So good man beater right here, just a slant wheel with a little bit of a skinny post. So it's really a post wheel, I guess you would call it. Play that as you will. And then up front, it's just it's half slide again. We're picking up one, another one's hot. But if he's coming, then I'll be throwing the slant right here all day. Okay. All right. Next play is another run, and let's get to it. All right, so y'all know me. I can't go do a video without putting a little bash on there. But there's a lot going on in this play, so I'll kind of break it down. Again, this is empty with an H-back. Okay, and right here, it's just a 5-man box, right? So maybe like a 3-4, maybe deal, but they're bringing the safety to play over top of number 2. And they're going to play like an apex with this outside backer. So right here, we're going to run our rules versus odd front. And there's some people, they don't like to arc the tackle on odd front. I think you should, but that's just my opinion. So we're going to arc the play side tackle to this overhang linebacker, thinking he's going to try and come off the edge when you bring this motion. Great. We're going to pick him up, kick him out. Then we're going to double the nose to the backside linebacker. We're going to trap in this case, it's a 5 technique. Could be a 4 technique, normal odd front. We're going to trap him. We're going to skip for the play side linebacker with the backside tackle. We're going to arc the H back because the backside end is the read key. Basic read rules, right? He jumps outside for the outside for the running back. Then the quarterback's pulling it and running GT counter. If he goes inside, then we're going to hand it off kind of a sweep action to the outside. The H is arcing. It was an escort type of arc. I like the leverage for the H to bypass this outside backer. The Y to come down and crack. Now, it's not like a headhunter 1990s crack, but it is like a stock crack. You're going to come in there, hey, basically set a pick, get in the dude's way, because this is a full motion, full speed motion right here, running our bash concept, and it's real quick read for quarterback shuffle, you either give it or go, right? So you honestly, you might even be a token fake. If I'm going to pull it, I might lean and go. If I'm going to give it, boom, give it to him. Let's outrun this defensive end, right? If this guy is playing C-gap now, man, bend this thing back as a running back and then get around the edge. I would hope that your running back will be able to beat an outside backer or 4 technique or anything like that. So we're going crack here. We're going to go outside with the escort arc right here. The reason I have two different blockings right here, because you can have the Z stop block, but you can have him push crack to the safety and have him come off on the corner. You got to kind of rep that. There's good drills you can find of a Z and another receiver or running back, whoever coming up, and they stop and they switch responsibilities at the last second. Trying to get these guys to back up, then you switch. But if this corner attacks now, then you just take it, and then the H is like, all right, he's gone. Now I'm climbing to the safety, and you just play from there, and you get the sideline and score a touchdown. The reason I have a post on the backside is because if you want to get super, super cool, right, you can make a tag, make a call, whatever, for your lineman there not to go downfield, and then the H can lock up, and he can block the C gap. So let's just say we called, I don't give it a tag, call it a solid, right? So we would know that the tackle has C gap. So I'll delete all these and do it. So if we're getting this look, right, we know this Sam's coming down. We have no middle safety, right? So we're going to have to try to get inside leverage with the Z receiver, which I should probably, I didn't even do that. This probably should be the X, right? I'm just messing up that, all right? So there we go. So what we call solid for the offensive line. They know solid. They know he's going there. He's there. We're going, that looks stupid. We're going to pull to there. He's pulling there. He's going to stay right there, right? He's still going there. We're still doing all this backside. But now the quarterback, so these guys are going to take care of them. He's going to arc to the top, to the outside. And we're going to pull up and we're going to throw the post, right? So we call solid. We're going to have our GT counter, like pass pro. They know it. They know that, hey, we're sliding down or we're going to arc front, all those type of things. And so then we're going to do the fake, rise up and throw the post past this corner, right? Maybe the corner's coming down. Maybe it's man and he's trying to stick with him. He gets lost and we just lay it out there, let the receiver go be a dude. Different things you can do, right? But kind of just wanted to share that real quick. I'll bring it back full screen. So yeah, guys, that was just a little bit of what I talked about with some defensive coordinators, like, hey, empty and quarterback run, especially out of empty as well, really gives us fits, and you hate dealing with it. Going into the season, for us, we start tomorrow, getting back a little bit of a week camp before we get into real camp with helmets and heat acclimation, all that type of stuff before we get into scrimmages on July 31st. But want you guys to know, I still want to make videos, still want to get some stuff out for you guys during the season. I appreciate everybody showing love and everybody for coming out and hanging out. Whether we do live streams or Rapid and I do the podcast or any of those type of things, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Maybe go ahead and like on the video if you thought it was good. If you didn't think it was good, please let me know in the comments. Just liking it, commenting, and subscribing lets YouTube know, hey, this is decent stuff. And then wherever you find this video, right, whether it be on recommended on YouTube or it be in a Facebook group or whether it be on Twitter, all my guys on Twitter over there showing love. Make sure you go ahead and you hit like and you repost those for me as well, so we can get the most exposure. It really does help and lets me know, hey, it wasn't a half bad video, Tatum. But with all those things said, I do appreciate all the love and the growth we've had over here. And until the next video, I'm Coach Tatum, and I'll catch y'all next one.